Chelsea Football Club, your fans have had enough. A lot of Chelsea fans believe Reece James should be sold. I'm not one of those. Personally, give him the time and space, let him recover. But we need to look forward to the Leicester versus Chelsea game after the international break. Enzo Maresca's press conference gave us a lot of information. Jaa Felix and Cole Palmer could be utilised together. Malo Gusto is super important. His relationship with the Leicester fans and the Leicester board. However, there are conflicting reports coming out, and more importantly, his playing style is very, very different to Enzo Maresca at Leicester and Mauricio Pochettino at Chelsea. The numbers, they do not lie. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. Let's cover the press conference and let's get into it. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. 1,000 likes go a massive way. Subscribe to the channel. So Chelsea's playing style this year has been very interesting. When we acquired Enzo Maresca from Leicester Football Club, a lot of people said to us, right, oh, you're going to play tiki-taka football, you're going to retain the ball, and it's going to be absolutely boring, dull, no scintillating attacking football. However, guys, it's been completely different. Yes, we keep the ball. Yes, we build up in patterns. However, the possession is nowhere near as big as it is. I've got the numbers in front of me over here. So the initial numbers. At Leicester City, he had 61% of the ball. Mauricio Pochettino had 58% of the ball. Enzo Maresca has 54% of the ball. Which tells you now at Chelsea, we are receiving the ball a lot less. How does this come into play? So the next thing I wanted to look on, rather than passes completed, more importantly, the touches per 90 minutes. Enzo Maresca's Leicester had 772 touches of the ball. And if you compare it to Pochettino's Chelsea, they had 729. The Chelsea team now, 641. Considerably different. Nearly 100 less touches. Why? We get the ball forward a lot quicker. When needed, we go long. When needed, they hit that direct pass into Nico Jackson into the channels, into Neto to chase it, into Noni to chase it. But we are very potent and very meticulous in how we manipulate the ball. The next one, touches in the final third. And this is very interesting. And this, in my opinion, where it highlights the quality in our touches in comparison to Enzo Maresca at Leicester and Mauricio Pochettino at Chelsea. Whilst Enzo Maresca had 176 touches at Leicester, whilst Pochettino's Chelsea had 172, Maresca's team here has 151. When you have overall 120 or 130 less touches to only be within 19, this tells you exactly what you need to know. And the touches in the box, they're very similar. 26 Chelsea this current season, 28 last season Chelsea, and 28 Leicester City. This tells you everything you need to know. We are more potent, we're organized, and we're challenging in the correct way. Personally, it's a matter of time until we become more automated and a better team. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think these numbers are interesting, or did they just go completely over your head? Let's move on. We need to talk about Reece James. So Enzo Maresca in his press conference was asked, any injuries, geezer? Well, he's given us the injury news. Number one, Reece James is out. Reece James has pulled a muscle in his hamstring and it is on his right leg apparently. More importantly, this happened 2 days ago. So can you imagine? He lasted the whole of pre-season and then he pulled his hamstring. I don't know what we're going to do because a lot of people like, this is out of order. We need to sell him. I don't think we can sell him. Like I've said this on many occasions. I've explained his wages are too high to sell him for anything value of money. He goes somewhere and fixes himself. You're all of a sudden saying I got rid of one of the best right backs in the world. For the last 4 games that he started and played in, all we did was rave about how amazing this guy is. Come on, man. Like, you know the talent is there. It's a matter of fixing him. Furthermore, we've got Malo Gusto. And Enzo Maresca said this as well. It's a short time. I don't believe that verdict that it's a short time. Last time he said it's a short time, Reece was out for 66 days. So let's not get too excited. Furthermore, Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo, Palmer, all were in training and all were pictured. So was Levi Colwill. Great news. They're all back. They're going to be playing. Mark my words. In regards to the midfield options, so he was asked a question about Enzo and Caicedo, and he basically said, look, both players are back. However, they're not the only ones we need to worry about. Renato Vega played 180 minutes. Cesar Casadei played 180 minutes for Italy. Both players are in contention for the midfield spots. It's very interesting. He didn't say nothing about Keenan Dewsbury-Hall, who's been around. But that just tells me one thing. He knows who his midfielders are going to be. He's already floated the idea that they got to play. All these people saying all player welfare, Chelsea might rest them. Chelsea aren't resting shit. Chelsea are going to make sure they've got their strongest lineup out there, and we need to go to the Foxes and absolutely slap them, okay? We need to win that game. It's a must. It's not a please. It's not a we have to. It's we have no option. It's mandatory that we go there and get a victory. Genuinely, we can't drop 3 points against Leicester. This isn't me saying, oh my God, we are so much superior, we're going to slap them. No, it's saying we have to. Like, we need to make sure if we're a proper team, this needs to be 3 points, not even a debate. So recently, some reports have come out that Leicester City were not very happy with Enzo Maresca. And whilst they really appreciated the job that he done, they believed he jumped at the first opportunity to leave the club. Firstly, what I'm going to say is, are you deluded? Like, Leicester City is a job in the Championship to a relegation battle in Premier League team, because that's what happens when you get promoted, or a team that is going to be competing for top 4 and has the resources to push on to win the league. Like, it's not jumped at the first opportunity. He won the jackpot on the first opportunity. Genuinely, Chelsea is a top 10 job in world football. It's a top 10 job, and I don't even think I'm like flexing too hard here. Like, this is genuinely a top 10. I could have even said a top 7, top 6 job. But I am being conservative in what I'm saying. I'm saying top 10. Enzo got asked, what's your relationship like? And when I tell you, this guy gave a flowery explanation, and I loved it. He said, look, they are good people. The players, amazing players. I still have relationships with a lot of them. Good human beings. The sporting directors and the family, they are amazing. The ownership group, they're not just good owners. They are good people. They know the staff. They care about the football club. He really gave them a glowing review. He said, there's a culture there that is built, and I joined that culture. And for me, it's like a man that's very humble and understanding where he came from. He understands where he was at Leicester City. He understands he won them the league and got them back. He's completed his job. The next chapter of it would have been to solidify them in the Premier League. However, and this is a big however, he got a bigger opportunity. I don't blame him for going. Genuinely, no regrets Enzo Maresca should have. He did what he was meant to do. The next thing was he was asked about the defense, and he's very sensitive about this subject because I've noticed it. Whenever it comes up, this man is very touchy. He said, they asked him, oh, do you think the defense can improve? And he was like, listen, the defense is the 4th or 5th best defense in the league. We've conceded that many, there's only 4 or 5 teams that have conceded less goals than us. As a result, we can't be that bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone else is, if we're bad, everyone else is bad. And I agree with him, you know, like if you're 4th or 5th in the charts of conceding the least goals, it makes sense. He also said we need to improve in the attacking third as well. It's not only just focus on the defense. I think what he's doing here is trying to maintain the harmony of the defenders. He doesn't want to go out there and blame them. He says, look, this is not FIFA. This is not a football game. This is not video games where you will arguably concede 3 goals all season. No, you're going to concede goals. And the reality is, think about it, right? Jose Mourinho's Chelsea team conceded 15 in 38 games. That record is never coming close to getting beaten. And yet people expect this team to be defending at that level. Why? That other team was full of winners. This one isn't. And it's just a sad truth. The quicker we accept it, the more realistic our expectations can be. The final piece of news is regarding Jaa Felix, and there was a question asked about Jaa Felix's performances on international break, and you know what? He was very complimentary. He said, look, Joao's been good for us this season already, but he's been very good on the international break. We're going to see him and Cole play together very soon, and for me, this is what I want to see. Genuinely, Pedro Neto on the right-hand side with that brilliant creativity and pace in behind. Nicholas Jackson dropping deep to link up. Jaa Felix running in behind from the left wing. And you can have Cole Palmer just pulling all the strings. If you want to change it a little bit more, Cole can move to the right and drift in with Gusto applying the width. Jaa Felix being that number 10. The illustrious number 10 that links up with Nico Jackson. And on the left-hand side, you can have Pedro Neto. All in all, that team has got everything you need. Joao's counter-pressing is getting better. If you look at the underlying stats, that proves it. If you use the eye test, it proves it. And Joao's getting more and more proficient in front of goal. We need to give this guy a chance. He is our 2nd best attacker after Cole Palmer. Once you give him an opportunity, you will see it. People don't want to believe it. They don't rate the player, but it is what it is. Guys, it's Thursday. We're 2 more sleeps away from watching our beloved Chelsea in the early kickoff So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I know I missed a day yesterday, but there was no news. I'm back, so make sure you hit that like button. Show me some love. Peace out, I'm out. Bye.